The impact of The Stranger on Western philosophy and culture. The Stranger, also known as The Outsider, is a novel by French philosopher and author Albert Camus, published in 1942. The novel tells the story of Morsalt, a French Algerian who kills an Arab man and is subsequently put on trial. The novel explores themes of absurdity, alienation, and existentialism, and it has had a significant impact on Western philosophy and culture. One of the most significant aspects of The Stranger is its exploration of the concept of absurdity. Camus argues that life is inherently meaningless and that human beings are confronted with a world that is indifferent to their existence. Morsalt's actions in the novel reflect this sense of absurdity, as he appears to act without motive or purpose. Camus' philosophy of the absurd has had a profound impact on Western philosophy, particularly in the existentialist movement that emerged in the mid-20th century. Moreover, The Stranger is a novel that is deeply concerned with the theme of alienation. Morsalt is a character who is disconnected from the world around him, and he struggles to connect with other people. Camus' portrayal of Morsalt reflects the sense of alienation that was prevalent in Western society at the time, particularly in the aftermath of World War II. Camus' exploration of alienation has had a significant impact on Western culture, influencing everything from literature to film to music. Furthermore, The Stranger is a novel that is deeply rooted in its cultural and historical context. The novel reflects Camus' experience of living in French Algeria, a colony that was marked by social and political tensions. The novel also reflects the existentialist movement that emerged in France in the aftermath of World War II, a movement that was marked by a sense of disillusionment and alienation. Camus' novel helped to shape the cultural and intellectual landscape of post-war Europe, and it inspired many writers and artists to explore similar themes in their work. The impact of The Stranger on Western philosophy and culture can be seen in the work of many writers and thinkers who followed in Camus' footsteps. For example, the novel's exploration of the theme of absurdity can be seen in the work of writers like Samuel Beckett and Jean-Paul Sartre. The novel's portrayal of alienation can be seen in the work of writers like J.D. Salinger and Sylvia Plath. And the novel's engagement with cultural and historical context can be seen in the work of writers like Chinua Achebe and Salman Rushdie. Another significant aspect of The Stranger is its portrayal of the individual's struggle to find meaning and purpose in life. Morsalt's existential crisis reflects the broader existentialist movement, which emphasized the individual's responsibility to create meaning in a world that is inherently meaningless. Camus' novel challenged the prevailing belief in the idea of progress and the notion that human beings could control their own destiny. Instead, Camus argued that life is unpredictable and that individuals must confront their own mortality and the absurdity of existence. Moreover, The Stranger is a novel that is deeply concerned with the theme of morality. Morsalt's actions in the novel reflect a rejection of traditional moral values, and his indifference to the death of his mother and his lack of remorse for killing the Arab man challenge the reader's moral sensibilities. Camus' philosophy of the absurd asserts that there is no inherent moral order in the universe, leaving individuals to create their own moral codes. Furthermore, The Stranger is a novel that challenges conventional narrative conventions. The novel is structured around Morsalt's experiences rather than a traditional plot. And the reader is forced to confront the absurdity of Meursault's actions without the comfort of a clear moral or narrative framework. Camus' rejection of conventional narrative conventions influenced a generation of writers who sought to explore unconventional storytelling techniques. The impact of The Stranger on Western philosophy and culture can be seen in the work of many writers and thinkers who followed in Camus' footsteps. For example, the novel's exploration of existentialism influenced the work of writers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Martin Heidegger. The novel's rejection of traditional moral values influenced the work of writers like Friedrich Nietzsche and Michel Foucault. And the novel's rejection of conventional narrative conventions influenced the work of writers like Samuel Beckett and Thomas Pynchon. Tiep tuc va kong trung lap. Another key aspect of The Stranger is its critique of colonialism and imperialism. The novel is set in French Algeria, a colony that was marked by social and political tensions. Camus' portrayal of Meursault as an outsider reflects the experience of many colonized peoples who were marginalized and oppressed by imperial powers. Camus' critique of colonialism and imperialism had a significant impact on post-colonial thought. Inspiring writers and thinkers to challenge the legacy of colonialism and the structures of power that sustained it. Moreover, The Stranger is a novel that is deeply concerned with the theme of freedom. Meursault's rejection of traditional values and his refusal to conform to societal expectations reflect a desire for freedom and independence. Camus' philosophy of the absurd asserts that individuals must embrace their own freedom and reject the constraints of society and tradition. This emphasis on individual freedom had a significant impact on the counterculture movements of the 1960s and 1970s. Inspiring a generation of young people to reject traditional values and embrace new forms of expression and identity. Furthermore, The Stranger is a novel that challenges traditional notions of identity and selfhood. Meursault's rejection of conventional morality and his indifference to social norms reflect a rejection of traditional identity categories. Camus' philosophy of the absurd asserts that individuals must create their own identities and reject the labels that society imposes on them. This emphasis on individual identity had a significant impact on the feminist and LGBTQ+ movements. Inspiring individuals to reject traditional gender roles and embrace new forms of self-expression and identity. The impact of The Stranger on Western philosophy and culture can be seen in the work of many writers and thinkers who followed in Camus' footsteps. For example, the novel's critique of colonialism influenced the work of writers like Frantz Fanon and Edward Said. The novel's emphasis on individual freedom influenced the work of writers like Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac. And the novel's challenge to traditional notions of identity influenced the work of writers like Simone de Beauvoir and Gloria Steinem. Another important aspect of The Stranger is its exploration of the theme of justice. Meursault's trial in the novel reflects the workings of the justice system and the societal norms that underpin it. Camus critiques the justice system and its reliance on conventional morality, arguing that justice is often arbitrary and subjective. Meursault's trial also reflects the broader social and political tensions of the time, particularly in relation to the French occupation of Algeria. Camus' critique of justice had a significant impact on legal philosophy, inspiring many writers and thinkers to challenge the assumptions and limitations of the justice system. Impact of the works of Fyodor Dostoevsky on Western philosophy and culture. Fyodor Dostoevsky's novels have had a significant impact on Western philosophy and culture. His explorations of the human psyche, morality, and spirituality have challenged traditional notions of Western thought and continue to resonate with readers today. In this essay, we will explore the impact of Dostoevsky's works on Western philosophy and culture. One of the most significant contributions of Dostoevsky's works to Western philosophy is his exploration of the human condition. His novels, such as Crime and Punishment and The Brothers Karamazov, delve into the depths of the human psyche, exploring the complex motivations and desires that drive human behavior. Dostoevsky's characters are often flawed and conflicted, reflecting the inherent contradictions and complexities of human nature. His portrayal of the human condition has had a profound impact on existentialist and postmodern philosophy, challenging traditional notions of rationality and objectivity. Additionally, Dostoevsky's works have had a significant impact on Western culture. His portrayal of the social and political conditions of 19th-century Russia, particularly the struggles of the lower classes, and the tension between Westernization and traditionalism, has inspired countless other writers and artists. His influence can be seen in the works of writers such as Leo Tolstoy, Anton Chekhov, and Virginia Woolf, as well as in the visual arts, music, and film. Dostoevsky's works have also had a significant impact on the development of psychology and psychoanalysis. His exploration of the human psyche, particularly in Crime and Punishment, has been praised for its accurate portrayal of the psychological states of his characters. Additionally, his depiction of the inner turmoil and guilt experienced by the protagonist in Crime and Punishment has been compared to the theories of Sigmund Freud and has had a lasting impact on the development of psychoanalysis. Another significant contribution of Dostoevsky's works to Western philosophy is his exploration of morality and spirituality. His novels often grapple with ethical dilemmas and the nature of good and evil. His works have been praised for their nuanced portrayal of morality, with characters often struggling to reconcile their actions with their beliefs. Additionally, Dostoevsky's exploration of spirituality, particularly in The Brothers Karamazov, has had a significant impact on religious and philosophical thought. His portrayal of the tension between faith and reason, and the struggle to find meaning in a world that seems devoid of it, has resonated with readers of all backgrounds and beliefs. Finally, it is worth noting the impact that Dostoevsky's works have had on the literary world. His writing style, characterized by its psychological depth, moral complexity, and philosophical insight, has influenced countless other writers. His influence can be seen in the works of writers such as Franz Kafka, Albert Camus, and Jean-Paul Sartre, who have continued to explore the themes and ideas that Dostoevsky introduced to Western literature. Dostoevsky's works have also had a significant impact on the way in which literature is studied and taught. His writing style, characterized by its psychological depth and moral complexity, has made his novels popular subjects of academic study. Additionally, his influence on the development of the modern novel has been widely recognized, with his works often cited as examples of the psychological and philosophical novel. Moreover, Dostoevsky's works have been translated into numerous languages and have been widely read around the world. His novels have been praised for their ability to transcend cultural boundaries and to speak to readers of all backgrounds. The universality of his themes, such as the struggle for redemption and the search for meaning in life, has helped to make his works timeless and enduring. Dostoevsky's influence on the development of Western culture can also be seen in the way in which his works have been adapted for other media. His novels have been adapted for film, television, and the stage, with adaptations ranging from faithful retellings to loose interpretations. Additionally, his influence can be seen in popular culture, with references to his works appearing in music, literature, and other forms of media. Finally, it is worth noting the impact that Dostoevsky's works have had on the way in which we think about literature and its role in society. His novels have been praised for their ability to challenge traditional beliefs and to provoke thought and discussion. Additionally, his works have been seen as a way to explore and understand the complexities of the human condition, highlighting the importance of literature in helping us to make sense of the world around us. One of the ways in which Dostoevsky's works have had a significant impact on Western culture is through their exploration of political and social issues. His novels often address issues such as poverty, inequality, and political repression, highlighting the struggles of the lower classes and the tension between Westernization and traditionalism. Dostoevsky's works have been praised for their ability to capture the complexities of social and political life, and have been used as a means of social critique and commentary. Additionally, Dostoevsky's exploration of the human psyche has had a significant impact on the way in which mental illness is perceived and treated in Western culture. His portrayal of characters struggling with mental illness, such as Raskolnikov in Crime and Punishment, has been praised for its accuracy and empathy. Dostoevsky's works have helped to humanize those with mental illness and to challenge the stigma surrounding mental health. Another important impact of Dostoevsky's works is their influence on the development of Russian literature and culture. Dostoevsky's works helped to shape the Russian literary tradition, inspiring and influencing generations of writers. Additionally, his influence on Russian culture is evident in the way in which his works have been adapted for other media, such as film and television, and in the way in which his ideas have been incorporated into Russian popular culture. Dostoevsky's influence can also be seen in the way in which his works have been interpreted and reinterpreted over time. His novels have been subject to a wide range of interpretations, with scholars and readers alike offering their own insights and perspectives on his works. Additionally, his ideas and themes have been adapted and reimagined by other writers and artists, highlighting the enduring relevance of his writing. Finally, it is worth noting the impact that Dostoevsky's works have had on the way in which we think about the role of literature in society. His novels have been praised for their ability to capture the complexities of human experience and to challenge traditional modes of thinking. Additionally, his works have been seen as a means of exploring and understanding the human condition, highlighting the importance of literature in helping us to make sense of the world around us. An additional impact of Dostoevsky's works on Western philosophy and culture is his exploration of the nature of faith and the role of religion in society. Dostoevsky's novels often grapple with questions of faith and morality, challenging traditional religious beliefs and exploring the tensions between faith and reason. His works have been praised for their nuanced portrayal of spirituality, with characters often struggling to reconcile their beliefs with the realities of the world around them. Dostoevsky's influence can also be seen in the way in which his works have been used as a means of social critique and commentary. His novels often address issues such as political and social injustice, poverty, and the tension between individual and societal values. His works have been used to highlight the flaws and contradictions of contemporary society, and to call for greater social and political change. Moreover, Dostoevsky's works have had a significant impact on the development of modernist literature. The impact of Two Fates on Eastern literature and culture. Two Selves, original title, Soseki's Two Selves, is a famous literary work by the Japanese writer Soseki Natsume. First published in 1915, the work has had a profound impact on Eastern literature and culture. The work Two Selves tells the story of a young teacher named O-san and his inner struggle between two different selves. In O-san's life, he faces difficulties and pressures from society and family, and he must find a way to resolve the conflicts between his two selves. Two Selves was a shocking work in Eastern literature and culture when it was first published in 1915. The work was not only an incredible literary work, but also a work with a deep impact on Eastern culture and society. The work presented new challenges for writers and literary researchers in the East. One of the impacts of Two Selves was to provide a new view of human psychology and life. The work focuses on the difference between O-san's two selves and emphasizes that humans are not a single entity, but can have many different aspects. The work provides a deeper insight into human psychology and the complexity of life. The work also provides a new perspective on love and relationships. The main character O-san must face challenges and conflicts in his relationships, and the work shows that love and relationships are not easy. The work raises challenging questions about love, relationships, and human psychology. Another impact of Two Selves on Eastern literature and culture is the exploration of traditional and modern values. The work presents a new view of the traditional values of Japanese society and emphasizes that these values can create pressure and conflicts in human life. The work also presents a new view of modern values and shows that these values can help people find happiness and meaning in life. Furthermore, Two Selves also presents a new view of the complexity of life and the diversity of human beings. The work shows that life is not simply right or wrong, but has many aspects and conflicts. The work also demonstrates that humans are not a single entity, but can have many different aspects and selves. Moreover, Two Selves also had a significant impact on the development of modern Japanese literature. The work broke away from the traditional literary conventions of the time and introduced new themes and techniques. The work was a departure from the more formal and traditional style of Japanese literature and introduced a more personal and introspective style. This new style of writing had a profound influence on modern Japanese literature and inspired a new generation of writers. The work also had a significant impact on the development of Japanese philosophy and psychology. The work explored themes of the self and the nature of consciousness, which had a profound impact on the development of Japanese philosophy and psychology. The work's exploration of the complexity of human psychology and the nature of the self had a significant influence on the development of Japanese philosophy and psychology. In addition, Two Selves also had an impact on the development of Eastern art and aesthetics. The work's exploration of the complexity of human psychology and the nature of consciousness had a significant influence on the development of Eastern art and aesthetics. The work's emphasis on introspection and the exploration of the self had a significant impact on the development of Eastern art and aesthetics. The work also had a significant impact on the development of Eastern spirituality and religion. The work's exploration of the nature of consciousness and the self had a profound influence on the development of Eastern spirituality and religion. The work's emphasis on introspection and the exploration of the self had a significant impact on the development of Eastern spirituality and religion. Furthermore, Two Selves also had an impact on the development of Eastern education and pedagogy. The work's exploration of the complexity of human psychology and the nature of the self had a significant influence on the development of Eastern education and pedagogy. The work's emphasis on introspection and the exploration of the self had a significant impact on the development of Eastern education and pedagogy. Moreover, Two Selves has also influenced the way people in the East view individuality and society. The work explores the tension between the individual and the collective, and emphasizes the importance of individual identity and self-expression. This theme has had a significant impact on the way people in the East view themselves and their place in society. The work has challenged traditional notions of conformity and obedience to authority, and has inspired a new generation of individuals to assert their own unique identity. In addition, Two Selves has also had a significant impact on the way people in the East view mental health and well-being. The work explores the inner struggle of the main character, Oh-san, and his battle with depression and anxiety. This theme has had a profound impact on the way people in the East view mental health, and has inspired a new generation of individuals to seek help for their mental health issues. Furthermore, Two Selves has also had an impact on the way people in the East view the role of education. The work emphasizes the importance of self-discovery and self-reflection in the educational process, which has had a significant impact on the way people in the East view education. The work has challenged traditional notions of rote memorization and obedience to authority, and has inspired a new generation of educators to promote critical thinking and self-discovery. The work has also had an impact on the way people in the East view gender roles and relationships. The work explores the complexity of human relationships and the challenges of maintaining a healthy relationship. This theme has had a significant impact on the way people in the East view gender roles and relationships, and has inspired a new generation of individuals to challenge gender norms and stereotypes. Moreover, Two Selves has also had an impact on the way people in the East view the concept of identity. The work explores the idea that human beings are not a single entity, but can have multiple selves or identities. This theme has had a significant impact on the way people in the East view the complexity of human identity. The work has inspired a new generation of individuals to embrace their different selves and to explore the different facets of their identity. In addition, Two Selves has also had an impact on the way people in the East view the concept of morality. The work explores the inner struggle of the main character, Oh-san, and his battle with his own moral values. This theme has had a profound impact on the way people in the East view morality, and has inspired a new generation of individuals to question traditional notions of right and wrong. Furthermore, Two Selves has also had an impact on the way people in the East view the concept of time. The work explores the idea that time is not linear, but can be experienced in different ways. This theme has had a significant impact on the way people in the East view time, and has inspired a new generation of individuals to embrace the present moment and to appreciate the different ways in which time can be experienced. The development of romance novels in Japanese literature after the Tale of Genji. The Tale of Genji, written by Murasaki Shikibu in the 11th century, is widely considered to be the first novel in Japanese literature. And its influence on the development of Japanese literature cannot be overstated. However, it was not until the modern era that the romance novel as a distinct genre began to emerge in Japanese literature. In this article, we will explore the development of the romance novel in Japanese literature after the Tale of Genji. During the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, the dominant literary genre in Japan was the haiku, a brief and structured form of poetry that emphasized a focus on nature and the transience of life. However, during this period, a type of popular fiction known as yomihan, reading books, began to emerge, which often included elements of romance and melodrama. One of the most popular yomihan writers was Ihara Saikaku, whose works include The Life of an Amorous Man and Five Women Who Loved Love. Saikaku's writing is characterized by its frank and often humorous portrayal of sexuality and romantic relationships. During the Meiji period, 1868 to 1912, Japan underwent a period of rapid modernization and westernization, which had a profound impact on Japanese literature. The romance novel as a distinct genre began to emerge during this period, largely influenced by Western models of romantic fiction. One of the most notable early Japanese romance writers was Futabeitai Shimei, whose works include Drifting Clouds and The Floating Clouds. Shimei's writing is characterized by its realistic portrayal of romantic relationships, its exploration of psychological themes, and its use of naturalistic language and imagery. In the Taisho period, 1912 to 1926, Japanese literature saw a flourishing of romantic fiction, with many writers exploring themes such as love, desire, and the tensions between tradition and modernity. One of the most notable Taisho romance writers was Junichiro Tanizaki, whose works include Quicksand and the Makiyaka Sisters. Tanizaki's writing is characterized by its sensual imagery, its exploration of psychological themes, and its emphasis on the tension between traditional Japanese culture and Western modernity. During the Showa period, 1926 to 1989, Japanese literature continued to evolve and develop, with many writers exploring new forms and styles of romance fiction. One of the most notable Showa romance writers was Yasunari Kawabata, whose works include Snow Country and The Old Capital. Kawabata's writing is characterized by its poetic language, its delicate descriptions of nature, and its exploration of themes such as love, loss, and the transience of life. In the contemporary period, Japanese romance fiction continues to be a popular and thriving genre, with many writers exploring new themes and styles. One of the most notable contemporary romance writers is Banana Yoshimoto, whose works include Kitchen and the Lake. Yoshimoto's writing is characterized by its understated elegance, its exploration of themes such as identity, loss, and the search for meaning in modern society, and its use of magical realism to convey a sense of the mystery and wonder of life. One of the most notable contemporary romance writers in Japan is Haruki Murakami, whose works often blend elements of romance with surrealism, magical realism, and elements of crime fiction. Murakami's novels, such as Norwegian Wood and 1Q84, often feature protagonists who are searching for meaning and connection in a world that seems increasingly fragmented and alienating. His writing is characterized by its dreamlike quality, its exploration of philosophical themes, and its use of pop culture references to create a sense of both nostalgia and dislocation. Another notable contemporary romance writer in Japan is Hiromi Kawakami, whose works include The Briefcase and Strange Weather in Tokyo. Kawakami's novels often center on unconventional relationships between characters from different generations. And her writing is characterized by its understated elegance, its exploration of themes such as loneliness and connection, and its use of humor to convey a sense of the absurdity and beauty of life. In recent years, Japanese romance novels have also gained popularity outside of Japan, with many of these works being translated into English and other languages. Some of the most popular Japanese romance novels in translation include Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata, Breasts and Eggs by Mieko Kawakami, and The Traveling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arikawa. These novels reflect the continued evolution and diversity of Japanese romance fiction, as well as its enduring appeal to readers around the world. Another notable contemporary romance writer in Japan is Mitsuyo Kakuta, whose works include The Eighth Day and The Woman on the Other Shore. Kakuta's novels often explore themes such as family, identity, and the complexities of human relationships. Her writing is characterized by its psychological depth, its exploration of the inner lives of characters, and its use of multiple perspectives to convey a sense of the complexity of human experience. In recent years, there has also been a growing trend of boys' love or BL novels in Japan, which are romantic stories featuring male-male relationships. While these novels have faced some controversy in Japan, they have also gained a dedicated following both in Japan and abroad. Notable BL writers include Natsuki Kizu, whose works include Given and Links, and Yuki Kamatani, whose works include Nabari no U and Shimanami Tasogare. In addition to novels, there are also many popular romance manga and anime series in Japan. These works often explore themes such as first love, unrequited love, and the challenges of relationships. Notable romance manga and anime series include Fruits Basket by Natsuki Takaya, Kimi ni Todoke by Karu Hoshina, and Toradora by Yuyuko Takamiya. One of the unique aspects of Japanese romance literature is its ability to explore a wide range of relationships, including those outside of traditional heterosexual pairings. For example, the yuri genre of manga and anime explores romantic relationships between women, while the yaoi genre explores romantic relationships between men. These genres have gained popularity both in Japan and abroad and have allowed for greater representation and diversity in romance literature. Another notable aspect of Japanese romance literature is its ability to blend romance with other genres, such as science fiction and fantasy. For example, the Sekai-kei genre of anime and manga features romance stories set against apocalyptic or dystopian backdrops. One of the most popular examples of this genre is Neon Genesis Evangelion, which explores complex relationships between the main characters against the backdrop of an impending apocalypse. In recent years, there has also been a growing trend of light novels in Japan, which are short novels featuring illustrations and targeting a young adult audience. Many of these light novels feature romance as a central theme, and some have been adapted into popular anime and manga series. Notable examples of light novels with romance themes include Sword Art Online by Reki Kawahara, A Silent Voice by Yoshitoki Oima, and Your Lie in April by Naoshi Arakawa. In addition to these contemporary trends, Japanese romance literature also continues to draw inspiration from traditional Japanese literary forms such as poetry and drama. For example, the Tankoban genre of manga features short stories with a focus on romance and is inspired by the traditional Japanese literary form of the tanka poem. The Reikugo form of Japanese storytelling also often includes romantic tales, such as The Story of the Crab and the Monkey, which tells the story of a monkey who falls in love with a crab. The popularity of romance literature in Japan has also led to the creation of many adaptations and spin-offs in other media, such as films, TV dramas, and video games. Many popular Japanese romance novels have been adapted into successful films and TV dramas. such as Nana by Ai Yazawa, which was adapted into a live-action film and TV series, and Paradise Kiss by the same author, which was also adapted into a film. Similarly, popular romance manga series like Boys Over Flowers by Yoko Kamio have been adapted into successful TV dramas and films. Video games have also become a popular medium for romance stories in Japan, with many dating simulators and visual novels featuring romance as a central theme.
The importance of Chinese culture and literature in exchanging and introducing Chinese culture to other countries. China has a rich and diverse cultural heritage that spans thousands of years, and Chinese literature has played a crucial role in introducing Chinese culture to the rest of the world. From the ancient poetry of the Tang Dynasty to the modern works of authors such as Mo Yan and Yu Hua, Chinese literature has captured the imagination of readers around the globe and provided a window into the rich cultural traditions of China. In this article, we will explore the importance of Chinese culture and literature in exchanging and introducing Chinese culture to other countries. One of the key ways in which Chinese literature has helped to introduce Chinese culture to the world is through translation. Over the centuries, Chinese literary works have been translated into numerous languages and introduced to readers around the globe. The works of classical Chinese poets such as Li Bai and Du Fu have been translated into English, French, and other languages, and continue to be studied and appreciated by readers around the world. Similarly, the works of modern Chinese authors such as Mo Yan and Yu Hua have also been translated into multiple languages, and have helped to introduce contemporary Chinese culture to a global audience. Chinese literature has also played an important role in fostering cultural exchange between China and other countries. Chinese literary works have been studied and appreciated by scholars and readers around the world, and have helped to promote greater understanding and appreciation of Chinese culture. For example, the poetry of the Tang Dynasty has been studied and appreciated by scholars in Japan, Korea, and other East Asian countries, and has helped to foster greater cultural exchange and understanding between these nations. In addition to promoting cultural exchange, Chinese literature has also helped to shape the way that China is perceived by the rest of the world. The works of Chinese authors such as Lu Xun, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest Chinese writers of the 20th century, have helped to shape the world's perception of China and its people. Lu Xun's works, which include The True Story of Ah Q and Diary of a Madman, are known for their social commentary and critique of traditional Chinese society, and have helped to provide a more nuanced understanding of Chinese culture and history. Chinese literature has also helped to promote greater understanding of Chinese philosophy and spirituality. Works such as the Tao Te Ching and the Analects of Confucius have been translated into numerous languages and have provided readers around the world with insights into Chinese philosophy and spirituality. These works have helped to promote greater understanding and appreciation of Chinese culture and have played a crucial role in fostering cultural exchange between China and other countries. Chinese literature has also played a crucial role in promoting Chinese language and literacy around the world. As more and more Chinese literary works are translated into other languages, readers around the world are becoming increasingly interested in learning Chinese and studying Chinese culture. This has helped to promote greater literacy and language learning, and has helped to break down cultural barriers between China and other countries. In addition to literature, other aspects of Chinese culture, such as art, music, and cuisine, have also played important roles in introducing Chinese culture to the rest of the world. Chinese art, with its focus on calligraphy, painting, and sculpture, has been appreciated by art lovers around the world for centuries. Similarly, Chinese music, with its distinctive sound and instruments such as the erhu and guzheng, has captivated audiences around the globe. And Chinese cuisine, with its emphasis on fresh ingredients, bold flavors, and healthy cooking techniques, has become increasingly popular in many countries outside of China. In conclusion, Chinese culture and literature have played a crucial role in exchanging and introducing Chinese culture to other countries. Through translation, cultural exchange, and the promotion of greater understanding and appreciation of Chinese culture, Chinese literature has helped to break down cultural barriers and foster greater understanding between China and the rest of the world. As China continues to emerge as a global superpower, the importance of Chinese culture and literature in promoting greater cultural exchange and understanding is likely to only increase in the years to come. Chinese culture and literature play an important role in introducing and exchanging Chinese culture with other countries. Chinese civilization is one of the oldest in the world with a rich cultural heritage spanning philosophy, art, literature, and politics. As China's rise on the global stage accelerates, there is growing interest abroad in understanding Chinese culture, values, and way of thinking. Chinese literature and cultural products provide an accessible medium for foreigners to engage with Chinese culture and history in a meaningful way. Chinese literature has a long tradition dating back thousands of years, beginning with ancient classics like the I Ching, Tao Te Ching, and Journey to the West. These founding texts shaped Chinese philosophy, religion, and aesthetic sensibilities for centuries. A major purpose of classical Chinese literature was to instruct readers in moral and philosophical principles seen as key to good governance and enriching individual lives. As such, Chinese literary texts convey a sophisticated worldview centered around concepts like Taoism, Confucianism, yin and yang, and the mandate of heaven. Foreign readers can gain deep insights into Chinese values, beliefs, and vision of the good life through engaging with these philosophical literary texts. Contemporary Chinese literature, film, and other cultural products also provide a lens into modern Chinese perspectives, identities, and social issues. Works by authors like Mo Yan, Yu Hua, and Galing Yan illuminate life in communist China through critiques of its political system, social contradictions, and rapid modernization. Movies from directors like Zhang Yimou and Chen Kaige portray changing gender roles, generational conflicts, and increasing materialism in Chinese society. Such cultural products reveal complexities beneath China's global image as a rising economic power, highlighting diverse social realities and values coexisting with rapid economic growth. By depicting ordinary people's lives and struggles, contemporary Chinese literature and film engender curiosity, nuanced understanding, and empathy toward Chinese society. Moreover, translated works of Chinese literature allow readers abroad to appreciate China's rich aesthetic and philosophical traditions. Literary masterpieces like Dream of the Red Chamber, Monkey, and Peach Blossom Fan convey universal human themes through distinctive Chinese styles of storytelling, symbolism, and poetic language. Translated classical and contemporary works communicate China's world-renowned contributions to philosophy, religion, martial arts, medicine, and more, fields that were historically influential on global intellectual development. As such, Chinese literature serves as cultural ambassador, introducing foreign audiences to China's diverse intellectual and artistic heritage in accessible narrative form. In summary, Chinese literature and culture play an important role in exchanging and introducing Chinese culture to the world. Through conveying Chinese moral philosophy, social realities, aesthetic traditions, and ways of thinking, literary and cultural works provide foreigners a window into Chinese history, values, and perspectives. As interest in understanding China grows along with its global influence, Chinese literature serves as cultural ambassador, communicating China's rich cultural heritage and contemporary dynamics to international readers. This literary and cultural exchange enriches global discourse, international understanding, and cultural diversity as China's story becomes more interwoven with stories of the world. Does this help summarize the importance of Chinese culture and literature in introducing and exchanging Chinese culture with other countries? Love and the harshness of life in Game of Thrones. One of the most complicated love stories in Game of Thrones is that of Jaime Lannister and Brienne of Tarth. Jaime, a member of the wealthy and powerful Lannister family, is initially portrayed as a villain, having pushed a young boy out of a window in the show's opening scene. However, as the show progresses, viewers come to see a more complex and sympathetic side of Jaime, particularly in his interactions with Brienne, a skilled warrior and loyal ally of the Starks. Despite their initial animosity towards each other, Jaime and Brienne come to respect and care for each other deeply, with Jaime even risking his own life to save Brienne from harm. However, their relationship remains unfulfilled, as Jaime is eventually forced to return to King's Landing and resume his duties as the Queen's Guard. One of the challenges facing these and other couples in Game of Thrones is the brutal and unforgiving nature of the world they inhabit. War, violence, and political intrigue are constant threats, and characters must always be on guard against betrayal and treachery. This makes it difficult for them to trust each other and to form deep, meaningful connections. Moreover, characters who do fall in love often find themselves torn between their romantic feelings and their duties to their families, their allies, and their own personal ambitions. This tension can create a sense of conflict and anxiety that can ultimately tear relationships apart. Another challenge facing characters in Game of Thrones is the unequal power dynamics that often exist between men and women. Women in the world of Westeros are frequently marginalized, with few opportunities to exercise power or agency. This can make it difficult for them to pursue romantic relationships on their own terms, as they must often navigate the expectations and desires of the men around them. Women who do take control of their own lives and pursue their own desires are often punished for doing so, as seen in the case of Cersei Lannister, who faces brutal consequences for defying gender norms and asserting her own power. Despite these challenges, love remains a powerful force in Game of Thrones, offering characters moments of hope, happiness, and connection amidst the chaos and violence of their world. Love also offers viewers a window into the humanity and vulnerability of these characters, reminding us that even in a world full of darkness and despair, there is always the possibility of love and connection. In conclusion, Game of Thrones is a complex and compelling exploration of love and its role in a world full of violence and political intrigue. While many of the show's love stories end in tragedy, they also offer moments of hope and connection that remind us of the power of love to transcend even the most difficult circumstances. Despite the challenges that characters face in pursuing and maintaining romantic relationships, love remains a central and enduring theme of the show, offering viewers a glimpse into the humanity and vulnerability of these characters. The hit HBO series Game of Thrones is famous for its plot twists, battles, and dragons. But at its core, the show is about the difficulty of loving others and being loved in return in a cruel and capricious world. From the Starks to the Targaryens to even minor characters, questions of love, romance, friendship, and family animate almost every key plot point and motivates nearly every major decision the characters make. However, the harsh and unforgiving world of Westeros makes forming and maintaining meaningful connections incredibly challenging. Westeros is a world where love is rarely simple, often dangerous, and always tested by political intrigue and violence. We see this right from the start with the love story between Eddard Stark and his wife Catelyn. Their deep mutual affection grounds the Stark children and keeps Winterfell running smoothly. However, even this stable relationship is tested when Catelyn discovers Ned fathered a bastard named Jon Snow. While Ned's honor compels him to keep the secret of Jon's true parentage for a lifetime, it strains his marriage. Their loving partnership is further threatened by the political machinations of King's Landing and the injustices Ned experiences while serving as Hand of the King. The Starks' difficulties extend to the next generation as well. Robb Stark fell in love with Talisa, a healer from Volantis, while leading his armies during the War of the Five Kings. Their whirlwind romance brought Robb joy in the midst of war but ultimately led to his downfall. Robb's sworn duty to the Freys, who controlled a strategic bridge the northern armies needed, required him to marry a Frey girl. By marrying Talisa instead, Robb broke a sacred vow and infuriated Lord Walder Frey, culminating in the Red Wedding massacre that destroyed House Stark. Robb's love cost him his life, his family, and his kingdom. Across the Narrow Sea, we witness similarly complicated love lives among the exiled Targaryens. Daenerys Targaryen falls madly in love with Khal Drogo, a fierce warlord, after her brother arranged their marriage. Though cold at first, their love soon blossoms into passion despite vast differences in culture and experience. However, Drogo's death destroys their relationship just as it began to thrive. Daenerys' subsequent story involves two more ill-fated romances that end in tragedy, one with a slave sold to her as a gift and the other with a wealthy merchant prince. The difficult life of an exiled princess, coupled with the expectations placed on her as the mother of dragons, makes romantic love nearly impossible. These stories illustrate that while love can bring individuals joy, it also opens them up to profound vulnerability in a world characterized by violence, deceit, and brutality. Friendship faces similar challenges. The deep bond between Jon Snow and Samwell Tarly starts at the Night's Watch and strengthens over time, yet eventually Sam is forced to leave the Wall for his own safety. The unlikely friendship between Brienne of Tarth and Jaime Lannister begins when she swears an oath to protect his life but is almost immediately torn apart by the resumption of their family feud. And while the tight camaraderie among the Night's Watch brothers brings them comfort during their service, it is betrayed at every turn by those seeking power or advancement. Even the parent-child relationship, usually considered the most fundamental of all human connections, struggles to survive against the many threats of the world of Westeros. Catelyn, Robb, and Ned all suffer torment watching their children face untold dangers. Cersei Lannister's maternal love manifests as ominous overprotection of her sons, eventually destroying two of them in the process. Children are routinely used as pawns in the Game of Thrones with little regard for the harm that causes. In this bleak world where violence swirls just beyond the door, love appears a fragile thing indeed, easily shattered, quickly betrayed, and all too often costing the characters dearly. Yet season after season, these characters choose love again and again, the Starks remain devoted to. Family above all else, Jon risks everything for the woman he loves, and Daenerys fights to reclaim a homeland where she might find belonging. Through their persistence in the face of suffering, Game of Thrones ultimately portrays love not as a weakness, but as a strength that gives characters purpose and meaning in a life full of darkness. Against all odds, these individuals refuse to lose hope that love, in whatever form it takes, can help them survive, and perhaps even thrive, in the Game of Thrones. Product Review Oculus Quest 2. The Oculus Quest 2 is a virtual reality headset that has been designed to provide an immersive and engaging gaming experience. The headset comes with a range of features, including a high-resolution display, wireless connectivity, and hand tracking capabilities. One of the standout features of the Oculus Quest 2 is its display. The headset features a resolution of 1832 by 1920 pixels per eye, providing stunning visuals and an immersive experience. The display also has a refresh rate of 90 Hz, which helps to reduce motion sickness and provide a smooth and comfortable experience. Another feature that sets the Oculus Quest 2 apart from other VR headsets on the market is its wireless capabilities. The headset can be used without any external devices, making it easy to set up and use. The wireless capabilities also allow for greater freedom of movement, making it easier to play games and explore virtual environments without getting tangled up in cords. In addition to its high-resolution display and wireless capabilities, the Oculus Quest 2 also comes with a range of convenient features that make it easy to use. The headset has built-in hand tracking capabilities, which allows users to interact with virtual objects and environments using their hands. Additionally, the Oculus Quest 2 comes with a range of games and experiences, including popular titles like Beat Saber and Superhot VR. One of the most impressive aspects of the Oculus Quest 2 is its affordability. The headset is priced at a reasonable level, making it accessible to a wide range of consumers. While other VR headsets on the market can be quite expensive, the Oculus Quest 2 provides a high-quality VR experience at an affordable price point. Overall, the Oculus Quest 2 is a powerful and affordable virtual reality headset that provides an immersive and engaging gaming experience. Its high-resolution display, wireless capabilities, and convenient features make it a great choice for both casual and serious gamers. Whether you're looking to explore new virtual worlds, play immersive games, or simply experience VR for the first time, the Oculus Quest 2 is an excellent choice that delivers on both quality and affordability. The Oculus Quest 2 is Facebook's latest all-in-one virtual reality headset. As the successor to the original Oculus Quest, the Quest 2 offers upgraded hardware including a significantly higher resolution display, faster performance, and an improved design. The Quest 2 maintains Oculus' focus on providing an accessible and affordable entry point. For consumers into 6 Degrees of Freedom, 6DoF, VR while expanding the library of immersive content and experiences available. The displays on the Quest 2 feature a resolution of 1832 by 1920 pixels per eye, nearly twice that of the original Quest's 1280 by 1440. This substantial increase in resolution results in sharper, more detailed graphics with less blurring and pixelation. Text and smaller elements appear much clearer and easier to read inside VR environments. The higher resolution also provides more luxurious-looking VR content while decreasing the screen door effect that can mar visual fidelity. The Quest 2's far higher resolution display represents a dramatic improvement over its predecessor for a more convincing and immersive VR experience. The Quest 2's Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 processor provides a significant boost in processing power compared to the Quest 1's Snapdragon 835. Games and applications benefit from improved graphics rendering and frame rates on the Quest 2's latest mobile VR chipset. Load times also decrease markedly thanks to additional RAM, enabling faster transitions between environments. With the added power and efficiency of the new processor, the Quest 2 can support more complex VR applications and handle future software advances that would overwhelm the Quest 1's hardware. However, some users report issues with overheating during extended VR sessions, indicating possible weaknesses in the Quest 2's cooling systems. Nonetheless, the performance and capabilities of the Quest XR2 chipset enable an overall jump in VR realism, interactivity, and immersion unavailable on the original Quest. The Quest 2 incorporates several other hardware improvements, including an ergonomic head strap designed for comfort during long play sessions, increased storage capacity, and an optional wireless charging dock. However, the removal of headphones and the optional $50 Elite strap represent downgrades to maintain the lower price point. But at $299, the Quest 2 remains the most affordable way to experience high-quality 6D VR. The lower cost helps expand the install base of VR users, growing the market for software developers. In the long run, the balance of affordability and performance upgrades positions the Quest 2 to popularize consumer VR adoption and reinvigorate growth within the industry. In summary, the Oculus Quest 2 largely succeeds in delivering an upgraded all-in-one VR experience that builds upon the improvements pioneered by the original Quest. The dramatically higher resolution and faster performance enabled by the Quest 2's hardware upgrades provide a substantially more immersive and polished virtual reality offering. However, some comfort regressions and thermal management issues indicate limitations of Facebook's pursuit of an ultra-low price point for the Quest 2. Nonetheless, a much larger audience now has access to inside-out 6D VR thanks to the massive improvements per dollar provided by the Quest 2 relative to its predecessor. As the software library matures and applications leverage the Quest 2's full capabilities, the headset's combination of simplicity, affordability, and elevated realism could finally usher VR into the mainstream on a large scale. For consumers seeking an accessible yet high-end entry into virtual reality, the Oculus Quest 2 currently represents the ideal solution at an unparalleled value. The Oculus Quest 2 is a highly advanced virtual reality headset that has been gaining popularity among gamers and tech enthusiasts. The headset features a high-resolution display and powerful processors, providing an immersive VR experience that is unmatched by other VR headsets. One of the most significant benefits of the Oculus Quest 2 is its versatility, with the ability to play both wireless and PC VR games. The headset also features inside-out tracking, which eliminates the need for external sensors and provides freedom of movement. Additionally, the Oculus Quest 2 has a range of features, including hand tracking, voice commands, and a variety of VR games and experiences available on the Oculus Store. The headset is also highly comfortable, with a lightweight design and adjustable straps that provide a secure and comfortable fit. Overall, the Oculus Quest 2 is an excellent choice for those looking for a high-quality virtual reality experience that is both versatile and comfortable. Its advanced features and immersive experience make it a top choice among VR enthusiasts and gamers. While the considerable hardware upgrades make the Quest 2 easily the best VR headset under $1,000, the platform faces serious challenges from Facebook's ownership of Oculus. Facebook has focused primarily on selling Quest 2 hardware at a substantial loss to grow VR market share. However, Facebook's data-driven advertising business model relies on collecting extensive user information from Oculus device and software. Privacy concerns abound regarding Facebook's intentions forecast user data and the potential for more intrusive data mining through VR experiences in the future. Some see Facebook's generous funding of VR development as motivated less by fostering an